Good morning, I'm Kensei and welcome to Dragontrek.
I had an SD card error on my previous SD card. I hope that doesn't mean that everything I recorded on it is lost. That would not be good. Let's see. At least we have some sun on this side and not so much wind. Temperature and how much wind is seems to be greatly influenced by which side of the mountain we're on, for obvious reasons. And right now we have sun and not so much wind, which is good. Yesterday I had pain in my hips. Today it's the right shoulder. Well, I guess that's how it is. I've been trying to adjust the backpack to alleviate that, but nothing seems to work right now. I had some pain in my right shoulder yesterday too, but not so much. It's not that it's unbearable pain in any way. Just sharing, so it's an authentic experience. My authentic experience. Others will have a different experience, obviously. But then most people won't be carrying 51 pounds, and I need to do something about that. I thought I could alleviate that by walking slower and alleviate the fact that the Appalachian Trail, at least in part, is strenuous, again by walking slower. That doesn't seem to be enough, so we have to do something about that. When I get to mountain crossings, I'm gonna see if they can help me do something about that. I hope they can, but I don't think it will be by very much. But on the other hand, I started with all of this because I felt I needed it. Now we need to find different definition of what I need. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to balance on a log with 50 pounds on my back. That's not the most ideal situation. They have flattened it though, so hopefully it is doable. Falling into water is not in the plans. That would not be good. Well, I succeeded. Water feature did not stop me. I had to use my trekking poles for additional support just to be safe, but that's why I have them, to use them. The Appalachian Trail is often referred to as the Green Tunnel, and Here you can see why. Most trees don't have any leaves this time of year, but these do. I don't know what kind of trees they are, but they're green and they're growing over the trail. And in the summer there's a lot of green, even over the trail. So a green tunnel. I have an umbrella for rain if needed. I have rain gear too. Haven't needed any of them yet. I hope I won't need them, but I don't think I'll be able to avoid rain all the way to Maine. Some say no pain, no gain, no rain, no Maine. And yeah, I guess that's true. Not that I've seen the rain part yet, nor Maine, but you know, one foot ahead of the other. Oh, and yesterday, or towards the end of yesterday, when I wasn't feeling that well, felt like I considered not doing daily vlogs. I don't feel like that today, but it's still early, a little after 12. I have most of the trail ahead of me. Well, for today's section. And for the whole of the Appalachian Trail too, but I was talking about today's section. This is something. Oh no, that doesn't look good. There's a pink something. Oh, there, which makes me believe there's a water crossing, and worse than the one before. Or maybe it's just something to keep nosy hikers away from stepping beyond the trail. Okay, not sure why it's there. Maybe nature is falling in on us, but this is just plastic. But this is just plastic, so I don't think it would do very much. But then hey, I'm out of my comfort zone. This is not what I do on a daily basis. Or even a weekly basis or a monthly basis. I should have. If I had been in better shape, it wouldn't take 10 months. But I expect it to be doable anyway. Especially if I can lighten my load in a couple of days. I don't want to, but I think I have to. Okay, I've been hiking this portion of the trail. I haven't seen a white blaze in what feels like forever. And I set a deadline for when I would turn back and backtrace and find where I had gone wrong. I mean, I haven't seen any turns either, but I expect white blazes more frequently than this. White blaze is the marker they use for the Appalachian Trail, so you know that you're on the trail. And not long before I reached my deadline, I ran into a family of 5 from East Tennessee. And if you watch this, thank you, thank you, thank you. And they confirmed that I was still on the AT, or Appalachian Trail, and that there was a parking lot 0.7 miles down the trail. And even though getting lost is par for the course, in my case, I always get lost when I'm hiking. Having to retrace my steps to the last blaze and then see that this was the path would have been so much worse. So much worse. Okay, we're now at Three Forks, and Springer Mountain is 4.1 miles away. The camp I stayed at last night was off the 0.2 mile markers. I've hiked 3.9 miles today, or those are the miles that count, which is about half of today's ration. Now, that's not the right word, but the portion that is today's hike. And I know that most of what remains is uphill. So it will take longer. It is 20 past 1. I started about, was it 10:15, 5 past 10? So a little over 3 hours to get here. So I have a few hours to go. And here's the parking lot they told me about. No camping. Okay, I wasn't planning on camping there anyway. Now we'll just have to see where the AT continues. I'm expecting we'll be on, like, over there maybe. Oh, wow, there are more cars than I expected. And a couple more cars down that way too. Let's make sure that this is where the Appalachian Trail continues. Long Creek Falls. I think that's on there. Let me just double check.
Hi, this is Editing Kansei. Unfortunately, I forgot to shoot an ending of today's hike. So keep on checking.